Welcome back to Tonight on Breaking. I'm your host, John Iwodi. This week, we said bye-bye to President Muhammadu Buhari as he ended his watch over the Nigerian people to start his watch over his sheep and cows, which may or may not be Nigerian. And then we said hello to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On Monday, Tinubu took the oath of office as the 17th president of our waiting to be great nation. During his inaugural speech at Eagle Square here in Abuja, Tinubu made a couple of promises like this one.
Our administration will govern you only on your behalf, never rule over you. We shall consult and dialogue, but never dictate.
That sounds really good, right? But then he said this.
No provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
Fuel subsidy is gone? Wait, what happened to consultation and dialogue? Well, you can imagine that pretty much everything the president said before and after was immediately forgotten or ignored. Less than 5 hours after he made the statement confirming subsidies are gone, the fuel queues returned. Guys, why are we so predictable? Drivers began lining up to fill their tanks as the marketers began hiking up the price of petrol. The Nation newspaper released this price template, which has been confirmed by NNPC. As you can see, virtually every state will be paying 500 naira or more per litre. That's over 250% more than what we were paying during the Buhari administration, which was only a week ago. Now, I know you are worried about these price hikes. You are worried that the price of everything will double, food will be more expensive, the electricity that we barely get will be more expensive. You're wondering, how are we going to afford to survive? Well, our president has a plan for that. Listen to this.
On the economy, we target a GDP and 6% growth.
President Tinubu is targeting a GDP of no less than 6% growth. Guys, the last time Nigeria's GDP growth was at 6% was back in 2014. That's probably the reason why this guy had to cover his mouth, because he can't believe it either. Right now, Nigeria's GDP growth is hovering around 3%. 6% would mean that our GDP growth rate would double. Wait a minute, guys. Let's connect the dots here. Maybe our president is really an economic genius. He says our GDP growth rate would double. Subsidy removal is going to double the price of fuel. Virtually everything we pay for is going to double in price. So that's how he's going to double the GDP to 6%. Guys, we have just been Tinubu'd. Now, both the president and his team are blaming the last administration, saying that they failed to include a budget for fuel subsidy beyond June. So the president has no choice because he has no money to pay for subsidy. Where is he going to get the money from? I don't understand. We always just borrow it. Why stop now? But seriously, if this administration is really going to stop paying fuel subsidies to the marketers, then we, the people, need some sort of subsidy so that we can afford to pay for the price hikes at the pump. So however you look at it, the marketers are going to get their money. Now, not everybody's complaining about the fuel subsidy removal. Supporters of the president are coming out to say that the removal of subsidies is long overdue and that it's about time that we finally remove it. Who are the supporters of the president, you ask? Well, it's people like APC campaign spokesperson Festus Keyamo and CEO of NNPC Mela Kyari. People who have never been stuck in a fuel queue all day. People who have no clue how much money is actually in their bank accounts because there's so much of it they don't even have to keep track. People who never have to catch a car because they get magically transported from point A to point B. People who do not have to buy meals from Mama Puts because their food magically appears on a silver platter 3 times a day. Of course, these people will support the removal of fuel subsidy. But what about the rest of us? As our new president is about to find out who really runs Nigeria, newly elected governors are up and doing. Well, in some cases, they are actually undoing. Take the newly elected NNPP Governor of Kano State, Abba Kabir Yusuf. On Monday, the same day he was sworn in, he fired all government officials appointed by his predecessor, Abdullahi Ganduje. The governor also directed security agencies to immediately take over all public properties sold during the Ganduje administration pending a final decision by the government. In his second day in office, he ordered the reopening of 26 entrepreneurship institutes that were allegedly closed down by the Ganduje administration. Then he made surprise visits to a hospital and water treatment plant to assess them and set up intervention committees to revive them. And on the 7th day, he rested. Finally, we are introducing a new segment we are calling Photo of the Week. This week, we leave you with this photo, a photo taken by Bayo Umoboriowo, Buhari's photographer. Bayo titled the photo Closing the Curtain. In his caption, Bayo says the former president was gesturing in response to prayers that were being offered by visitors. We would like to leave you with another interpretation. The former president was hiding a huge smile on his face as he was counting down the minutes before departing Abuja to rest in Daura. Mr. President, enjoy your well-deserved rest. That's all for tonight on Breaking. I'm Iwodi. Have a good weekend. I will see you here next week.